Alright, let's focus in on this tank. It's a heavy Panzerjäger or tank destroyer. The Ferdinand KWK 88mm main gun, and 65 tons dry, 70 plus tons wet with ammunition. Let's take a look in game here. We select the tank.
Laut und deutlich, sprechen Sie.
We see that its info card is saying its range in-game of 250 meters, highly accurate. So it's got maximum accuracy. MG34 optic machine gun. Frontal armor 200 and minimum of 40. Crew of 4, can carry 3 extras. Speed 18. Let's turn on the engines, and if we could get this engine cranked up, let's see. So it is fueled up. I don't think we can get the crew to peek out if we click on the hatch, and no special abilities. It's not able to do a indirect fire, I don't believe. Not available in the game. So it's pretty much in-your-face long-range tank destroyer that can take frontal hits directly to the front, and almost everything will bounce off. The sides and the rear, that's a different story. So if you could track it, you can kill it. And so if you're going to use it, you have to make sure your flanks and you have infantry support. Alright, so next we're going to hop in the game and look at this unit under fire and firing in a battle scenario. Coming up next. Alright, let's take a look at this Ferdinand Elephant tank destroyer. One of its roles could be to protect this bridgehead in a kind of bunker situation here. But I think its real role would be to be on the battlefield, killing tanks from long range and protected with troops on the sides and in the back, never to go forward and to be surrounded and tracked and killed. Its best role and what it's created for, I believe, is to be a long-range tank killer that's always protected. But let's just take a look at a few scenarios. One could be protecting the bridgehead. This German town is occupied by the Germans, and the Allies are in the farm hills over here, and they may or may not decide to move forward. And so the role here is to take a lot of damage frontally, be protected by their own people on this side of the bridge, and pick off anything on that side of the river that its long range can, and its massively accurate, powerful gun can do. But let's take it in a slightly different role here. Grab it and move it towards the bridge here. And let's say that it's going to actually be the frontal, the main part of our offensive here for the upcoming battle. It's basically going to move up the bridge, take the incoming damage with its frontal armor, 200 millimeters, lead the charge, take out some targets of opportunity, any of the most dangerous targets it can find up here, and before the enemy can surround it, our troops will move up the bridge behind the Ferdinand, get into these bunkers and trenches, give us side support. We may or may not move up a little bit further, pick off targets of opportunity if we're still alive. We should be with that 200 millimeter frontal armor. And then if we get into a problem, we can just retreat back to this side of the bridge for repairs, refuel, and rearm. So that's what we're looking at over here in this scenario. Let's go back in here and let's kick things off. It's a huge map. Hopefully we won't be, the computer can take it. We have aircraft, scripts running, and we're recording this in fairly high resolution. So let's see what happens. Let's start it up. And if we go on the German side here, we can give it an F5 move up to here. And we can go shift F1 to take a look, get in direct control. And we have a little bit of movement with the turret, but not much. The main body of the tank has to actually rotate for it to get... We've taken our first bit of incoming fire. Let's get out of direct control. We see from the orange dots that we're being targeted by anyone of a number of... We see an enemy there. And we're gonna... Oh, we already have track damage, so we... Let's call up some troops here to instantly try to... Now we shouldn't be able to be flanked here. If we can get our track fixed and move up just a little bit further. They got actually a lucky shot in our big track. Our track got cut. But let's see if they can fix it up quickly. And our troops are moving up to give us some support. And we've gotten a first kill. And our frontal 200 millimeters of armor is protecting us. Let's look up here a little bit. We see the Allies up here. And they have some large weapons. One of our main concerns is an Achilles tank destroyer up here, way over here. Long-range tank destroyer on the Allied side, but it's not nearly as well armed as we are. So if we get into a one-to-one with that, we should be victorious. But like I say, we have to protect our sides and our flank. You can see how we're being targeted, all the orange dots on us. So we're definitely the... we've got their attention. Our Luftwaffe is moving forward to give us some cover. And our tank tread is repaired. We're going to go an F5 move again. Up here. So the AI will move up cautiously, scanning. Let's back up a little bit. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. But give them enough room for our troops to get in direct control. We want enough room for our troops and tanks to get out on either side of us here so we can lead them. We'll move up just a little bit further. And I can see smaller tanks. Going cinematic. Move up slightly. We do have a long reload time. We're taking all incoming fire like a champ with that 200 millimeter armor. Firing on targets of opportunity as we see them. We don't want to rotate. We don't with the AI, so I'm keeping an eye on it. We want to show our armor to the most dangerous part of the battlefield at all times. We definitely don't want to rotate, turn around, and show our backside. Definitely. Just missed that AA vehicle up there, just over it. We'll go in direct control and see if we can... Oh, just missed it again. Two crucial misses. We can't sit here all day. And the AI gets the shot. As our forces move up behind us, we are leading the way, taking the main damage. Looks like a fuel dump to our left. The Allies had some fuel stores apparently. So we're still up, we're still running. Looks like we have been tracked. No, we haven't been tracked. Maybe our driver was knocked unconscious for a second, which happens in the game, which is a great part of the programming. Aircraft being shot down, a BF-109. We're not going to go much forward, but we don't want to rotate, so even though the AI is looking for targets, we know there is a tank destroyer up here, and that tank destroyer, the Achilles, has been destroyed. That would be our main concern. And there's also a flak cannon up on top of the hill, which is something we have to look out for. Right up here, that Allied cannon up there. And it looks like some officers with binoculars up on the hill guiding the Germans are moving up now. Our tank has, the Ferdinand has 4 armor kills, 38 troops, doing very well, destroying targets as it sees. Move up slightly, and we're going to try to take out the command on the hill up here with a HE round. So we're going to go in direct control. HE is loading up, and with direct control we're going to take a shot on the bunker, and we have accomplished our goal. And the officer, though, is still up, and the gun is up, so the next shot will be here. Mission accomplished. The officer is still alive, though, maybe injured, but that gun is down. Out of direct control, as the German forces are doing really well here. Great job. Anti-aircraft up here could be a target for us. We'll go for that. Load up an HE round. Direct control. Rotating. And we got him. That wasn't an HE round, I don't think. Now our focus is not to lay back now as our main battle forces have a good start. We're not going to... We're going to kind of hang back as the Germans have this battle in hand. with a very successful beginning. And it looks like they will be able to destroy the fuel dump over here from the looks of things. Like some friendly fire of the German plane actually destroyed this tank. We had some friendly fire there. Two planes narrowly missing each other. Like the Luftwaffe and a little they've been confused in all that smoke. One's being shot down. Like a King Tiger moving up. And we're going to retreat for more fuel and arm, be rearmed. And we'll shift quick back to the bridge. Always showing our armor to the front of the battle. So I hope you enjoyed that focus look at the Ferdinand, or the Elephant tank destroyer. 200 millimeters of frontal armor, and you can actually see the weld line there, 200 millimeters frontal plate. Its main battle gun can penetrate up to 7 inches of armor, so its main gun is very powerful, long range, accurate. And it did its duty, survived, and spearheaded the battle today. So if you like these videos, subscribe, like, support the channel, and we'll make some more.